What do you do when someone grabs you? The quickest way is to get him down to the floor. But today I'm gonna focus on locking. The 8 types of locking that you need to know in order for you to get out of when someone is grabbing you. Now, how do lock-ins work? I highly recommend not to apply lock-in in a dynamic level or a dynamic situation. Lock-in is usually better during a static situation, and I'm gonna explain why. Come on in, Kevin. So let's say if someone grabs you at the wrist this way here, right? If he grabs you like this, and if he wants something from you, it's difficult to say, okay, I'm gonna put him in a lock and do all this and that. Look, by the time you're gonna finish your lock, he's gonna hit you really hard, okay? Because as much as you have time to put him in a lock, he's still gonna have time to put his fist on your face. So be careful, all right? So that's a dynamic situation that you don't want to apply the lock into him, but you just wanna just hit him wherever that you can see. Because think about this, if he grabs you with one hand, that means his hand is trapped. So don't think that he's grabbing him, he's in an advantage situation. He's grabbing you, meaning he's trapping his hand. As much as he's trapping yours, but he's also trapping his. That leads to 1 versus 1, okay? If he grabs you two hands, now he's trapping you with both hands, right? Now you have one hand versus he has none. Right, so in a dynamic situation, you would not want to focus on how you're gonna lock this, right? You would just want to punch him and get the situation over. Right? But today I'm going to focus on the 8 locks that you need to know in order to apply during a static situation. And what is a static situation? Let's say if you don't want to get into a confrontation with the attacker. Let's say if the attacker grabs you and you say, look, I don't want to hurt this person, then you do the locking. Or you're gonna focus on when you are on the ground, okay? Like, police officers would want to use these kind of tactics, but I'm gonna have that in a separate video. I'm gonna have a link here. Watch that, locking while on the floor. But today I'm gonna focus on the 8 lockings. I'm gonna show you 4 ways to get out the hands. So someone grab you here, open up this way, grab underneath, turn here, and thrust, okay? Of a grab from your wrist, 2 on your elbow, and 2 on your shoulders, okay? So the first one, let's say if he's gonna grab you the same hand, okay? When he grabs you the same hand, remember, in locking it's very important not to close your fist, but instead you have to open your fist. When you open your hands, you actually develop your muscles over here are more tense in order to break his fingers, okay? So open and turn him up like this, grab underneath, turn this over, grab his forehand, and then just drill through his body, okay? So again, slow, someone grab you by the wrist, turn, and throw, okay? So that's the first locking technique. We'll come closer. Technique number 2, if someone grab you here, before we were going on top of him. Now we want to go inside our body. You see, as I turn to go in my body, and then his arm, if he lets go, if he let go when I do that, fine. The situation is over. But let's say if he continues to hold onto your wrist, you see how it opens up? As this opens up, you grab underneath here and you pull up. You see how that straightens his entire elbow, and then his shoulder raised, and here you just step up. See, as you step up, his shoulder touches his face, his elbow and his shoulder are both gone, okay? So slow, zoom in a little bit. So from here, out, turn this way, grab under his forearm. You can do also the elbow as well. Grab forearm up and then step up. Nose 1, 2, and grab. And then number 4 is like the same. Number 4, see, number 4, I go here, grab, and here, break, okay? Very simple. So this is number 4, and simple. Okay, now we're gonna move up to number 6 and number 7, and that is when your attacker is grabbing your elbow. Now notice, when it comes to your wrist, they can either grab on the same side or they can grab crosswise, right? But when it comes to your elbow, it's basically on the same side. It just, no one is going to grab you on the opposite side, and I'm going to show you. So if an attacker would attack you, your wrist, they would either hold it here or they hold it here, right? On the elbow, it's only this side. If they want to grab the other side, though, they'll do this side, right? They're not going to grab like that. It just makes no sense, okay? So that's the reason why we have 4 techniques down here, 2 techniques on the elbow, and then 2 techniques on the shoulder, okay? So the number 5th one, if someone grabs you by the elbow like this, now you go on the inside. See, inside of his elbow, and from here, step to the side, down, and turn. See that? Now his elbow is broken. So if someone grab you here, turn, grab, up, and then his elbow's twisted. Okay? So here goes number 6. Same thing, someone grabs your elbow. Now we go to the outside. See, this is the inside, the outside. This way, his wrist here, pull his wrist into your bicep, and see how he's twisted, and then down. Okay? So he grabs here, and pull, and down. All right, so here goes the next 2 grabs. We just did 4 on the wrist, 2 on the elbow, and now 2 on the shoulder. Same thing with the shoulder. Your attacker will always grab on the same side, right? You know, there's no point for him to grab here and then grab here. It makes no sense. So either he grabs here or he grabs there. So shoulder, when someone grabs your shoulder, they come in like this, hey, give me your money, whatever. The first one is this. You hold it here. You press into your chest. When you press into your chest, you don't want to use your arm to press like that. You want to lean in. See how as I lean in, he already bent down? And as he bend down, you just turn. See that? When you turn, all the pressure is on the wrist. So someone grab you here by the shoulder, grab the elbow, grab the wrist, squeeze in, and then turn your body. See? Okay? That's number 7. Here goes number 8. Same thing, he grabs you here, grab his wrist, hand over the top, push this out, pushes out, see that? Pushes out, and then go down with him. This hurts even more than the previous one. Okay, this one will actually snap his wrist. So again, slow, grab his wrist, hand over, turn, and push it out to this side, out this side, and then down. Okay? All right, so those are the 8 grab. Those are the 8 locking techniques that everyone should know. Those are very basic, and it allows you to get out of the situation fast. But always keep this in mind, okay? It only can happen if it is in a static situation. And you have to do it really quick. Let's get back to the beginning. So let's say if someone grabbed you the wrist here and you did all of this and that. Look, if you are taking time doing that, he's gonna really punch you really fast, okay? So it's very important that you need to practice this a lot. Get used to it, because by the time you feel the grab, you need to step outside of the zone right away. Our focus is about the box, right? If I am within this box, he's within this box, either one of us get hit, right? He get hit or I get hit, okay? So when someone grabs you, you want to step outside the zone really quick. And as you step outside the zone, you turn right away, right? So it's very important to have that kind of footstep, right? Rather than just asking me, oh yes, Len, how is it I'm going to stand there and do all this and then able to get out? No, you cannot stand there and do it. You need to move and do it. So in order to be good at anything, you have to put in the time and practice, okay? Practice until you get it. All right, so thank you very much for sticking it until the end. And as I promised, here is the secret, the tip in order to make yourself stronger, okay? So let's say, for example, see, Kevin and I are pretty much at the same size, right? So you can say, yeah, we're the same size. It's easy for me to do all these moves on him. But what happens if someone is smaller? If he grabs really tight, the smaller person will have a hard time. And it's true, they will have a hard time, right? If they are using body versus body, it's very difficult, right? So you have to know how to use leverage. So leverage versus muscle, right? So when someone grabs you, here's the tip, okay? Now, when he straighten his entire arm like this, he's using this part of his arm. If I'm straightening mine as well, I'm using my part of the arm. If I'm a smaller person and less stronger, then it's very difficult for me to even turn. Let's say if he grab really hard, then it's grab hard is not easy to turn. And for me to twist like that, he's going to resist his wrist, and I cannot turn either, right? So it's very important to keep the elbow near the body, okay? So this is the reason why when someone grab you like that, like in the beginning of the video, you never pull away. The first instinct that people do is they pull away. If you pull yourself away, it's not gonna work. You wanna get in close. It's so funny, but when I say get in close, it's not get too close to his body. Get close that your elbow and your body connects. Because when elbow and body connects, look, now he's using his entire arm to hold me, but I'm just only using this much of my arm, which is my elbow, to turn. See, my elbow is actually stronger than his entire arm. Okay. For example, let's say if someone were to grab you like this, like that, right? Let's say he's resisting himself so strong, and I'm trying to turn him. That's really strong. See, I can't turn him. I can't turn because it's so strong, right? So if I do hand like that, I can't turn him. But now, if I bring my elbow in like this, right? And I'm gonna focus my forearm strength. Here, I turn him down. See that? So easy. Now I can twist him. Very easy. So the tip is to always bring your elbow to your hip. And this is the reason why in our style, when we do kata, it always starts from the elbow at the lat, or the waist, the lats, the waist, basically this side, the rib cage side, in order for us to generate power. So same thing with locking. So if he's grabbing there, if I want to turn, I just get to here, then he's turning already, then I can do that. Okay, so that's the tip for you. Good luck, keep practicing and continue to watch these videos, and it's gonna give you more power, more different ways of thinking to make your karate better.